Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to this video. Here I'm going to be talking about the Heirs of the Scholars course. Some of you guys have been asking me to do a little overview of the course that As-suffa runs. So here goes. As-suffa has a course which is known as the Heirs of the Scholars course. They run it, in the year, academic year. It's going to start very soon, which is basically after Ramadan. So the course is a modular course, and the aim of the course is to be able to impart knowledge to you guys, people out there, males, females, at a part-time level. So like I said, the course is called the Heirs of the Scholars, and Heirs of the Scholars aimed at those people who are maybe full-time parents, who are maybe even working full-time work, part-time work, maybe unemployed, but really want to understand their religion at a more deeper level. So this course is it's a part-time course, and it's really beneficial for you if you really want to learn your religion. Now the course is divided into 4 modules. So the 4 modules are basically 4 years. So you have first year, second year, third year, fourth year, and in each year you study specific subjects. And then what happens is, over the next years, over the forthcoming years, the courses become more and more advanced, or the subjects actually become more and more advanced. So by the end of it, you reach a very strong footing in Islamic sciences. And so if you want to continue into advanced subjects, then you can continue studying advanced subjects to aspire to become someone who's an expert in the religion. Anyway, so let's look at the first year then. For the first year, there's basically the days of the week. It's actually only 2 days a week you have to attend, right? I think it's this year, 2015, it's only on Mondays and Wednesdays. So from 7:30 to 9:30, so it's 2 hours there. 7:30 to 9:30. Monday you have 2 sessions. Wednesday you have 2 sessions. And that's basically it. Just 4 hours a week, really, you're giving. So you're going to be studying 4 subjects a week. One of them is spoken Arabic, speaking. So what you'll be focusing on in this lesson is the ability to be able to speak Arabic, the ability to be able to hold a conversation, conversation between you and another person in Arabic. So this is actually very important if you want to go to an Arab country, or if you want to benefit from Arab scholars. So it's very, very important to learn how to speak Arabic. So you'll be able to have conversations. You'll be able to, listening skills will improve. You'll be able to listen to a program in Arabic, possibly. You'll be able to read books in Arabic, many books, and speaking in Arabic. So you'll actually progress in these. You'll progress. You won't become perfect in all of these by the end of the first module, but over the years you'll progress, and inshallah, there's many students out there who have really benefited and are able to speak amazingly. Anyway, that's the first subject. Second subject is known as the Shama'il. Shama'il is possibly something that you've heard of. Shama'il is basically the characteristics of the Prophet Sallallahu Wasallam. Basically, you go through his life. So you're going to go through the main aspects of his life that we can benefit from. So you'll go through his character, you go through what kind of a person he was, his humbleness, his kindness, his gratitude, the way he used to deal with his family, his friends, his companions. So you'll see how he used to deal with people as well. Very important as well, as as Muslims as well, we want to learn about the life of the Prophet ﷺ. So over his 23 years of life, we'll be studying different aspects of his life, and it's very very, very informative as well. Many people are unaware of the life of the Prophet ﷺ. Right, the next subject is known as sarf. What can I explain to a person who's never ever been exposed to sarf? Okay, what I would say here is, basically, most people, I would say 95% of people who study sarf for the first time are always surprised that there exists a topic which deals with verbs. So yes, sarf is a topic that purely deals with verbs in the Arabic language. That's all it deals with. So you'll be learning how to conjugate different types of verbs. I'll give you an example in English. Obviously in Arabic it's different, but in English, let's say you had the word, let me think, drove. Okay, so drive, and in the past you say drove, and the future driving, and driven, and will drive, and he is driving, and she is driving, we are driving. So all these verbs that you have, all these different types of verbs that you have, what you study in Arabic language is the different conjugations that you can derive, that you can make with in different scenarios. So in English it's very difficult, you're restricted. You can just say he drives, she drives, we drive. But in Arabic actually the wording changes for he, for she, for us. So it all changes. So this is actually very, very useful if you want to be able to understand in the Quran, in Hadith, the different types of verbs that are used. So this is called sarf that you'll be studying. Again, very, very important to study this if you want to master the Arabic language. Let me give you an example in the Quran. So in the Quran you have, let's say, the word a'udhu. So you have the word a'udhu here. This is actually a verb form. Now when you study sarf, you'll realize that this word is a word which actually means I. It's to do with I, and it's present. So I seek refuge. And if you haven't studied sarf, you might find it a bit difficult to be able to identify that. Another example is like yuwaswisu. So yuwaswisu here is a word again, but this actually means he. It's referring to he, and it's present. And you wouldn't know this if you hadn't really been exposed to sarf. And another word here is hasad. So hasada again is a verb which means he, and it's past this time. And another word here is waqaba, which is also past. So you see these different conjugations that you have. You learn all of these in sarf, how to formulate them, inshallah, identify them. Okay, last but not least, the last one is what is known as Quranic Arabic. Now Quranic Arabic is basically a merger of Arabic grammar with the ability to be able to apply it to the Quran immediately. So it's a bit different from the normal traditional grammar that is taught, which is just theory. This is actually a lot of practice as well. So it's called Quranic Arabic. Basically what you study here is a list of rules. You'll be studying each lesson. You'll be studying a rule, and then you'll be applying that rule as you go along. You'll get loads and loads of exercises, homeworks to do, because the main point, the main aim of this subject is to be able to enable the students to be able to apply all rules in the Quran as best as possible. So, very, very important Quranic Arabic. And let me give an example of what Quranic Arabic is basically about, a little taster. So each lesson a new rule, and then when you come onto the Quran, what will happen is you'll be exposed to the vowels. So for the first time, why does, for example, like let's say this word, why does Nasr have a Dhamma? Why do we have a Dhamma and Nasr, a single Dhamma? Yeah, why not have another vowel? Why do we have Kasra on the word Allah? Why not have a Fatha? Why not have a double Fatha, Kasra? Why do we have these symbols on these? Can these symbols change? And if they do change, what effect will it have in its meaning? So all these little symbols that you have at the end of the Arabic words, this is what you study in Quranic Arabic. How these change, when you can change them, what are the words called if they have this Dhamma sign, okay, Kasra sign, you probably know them as Pesh, Zair, Zabar, right? What are the effect of these and what are the names of these words? That's what you'll be studying. Fath. So all of these, okay, Ra'ayta and Nasa with the Fatha. Okay, this is basically what you'll be studying in Quranic Arabic, and it's very, very important, especially if you want to understand how to read and translate text correctly. Okay, so let me show you a text without vowels. Here's text with little vowels on there, symbols on there. Let me show you a text. This is something that the students will be able to not only translate but also add vowels onto. So by the end of the first year, the last year students, 90%, most of them were able to translate 90% of this and to add the vowels correctly as well. So you can imagine, if you try to read this now, you're probably thinking, oh, what vowel goes here, what vowel goes there. But trust me, by the end of the year, inshallah, if you study this, you'll be able to add the vowels to the end of these, and it won't be difficult. Okay, so you'll be able to do that. Not only that, so here's a few words I'm highlighting to show you. But not only that, but you'll also be able to translate from English into Arabic. That's amazing as well. So this English text that you have here, students last year, they translated this text into Arabic, and I would say they got 80% of it right. Some of them got 90% of it right. Some of them got 80, some of them got less than 80, 70, 60, but a lot of them, most of them, got about between 80 to 90% of it right. So this is what you can achieve, if you work hard in this course. So this is something that students are able to do, translate from English into Arabic. Okay. These are the 4 subjects that you'll be studying basically throughout the year. Now you're probably thinking, okay, at the end of all of this, what am I gonna achieve? So okay, let's list a few of the things. There's many things that you'll gain at the end of this year, but let's see what you'll gain. Okay, number 1, what you'll gain is the ability to be able to speak confidently Arabic language at a reasonable level, I'd say. Okay, at a reasonable level, if you put the effort in, you'll be able to speak. Number 2 is you'll be able to understanding Arabic, understanding the seerah of the Prophet ﷺ, understanding the Quran. You'll go through about 40 or so verses, 30 to 40 verses of the Quran as well. So you have an understanding of what the Quran is about. You'll be able to understand the Quran without resorting to an English translation. Subhanallah. So it's amazing. It's an amazing ability if you are able to do that. So you'll have an understanding of the Arabic language, okay, to a reasonable level. Okay, another is you'll be studying the life of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam as well. And the life of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is something which is very dear to us. We all want to learn how to, or we all actually want to aspire to follow in his footsteps as well. So this is a very good opportunity to learn that. Also, you'll also be gaining company as well. So you'll have the company of the teachers, you'll have company of other students that you'll make friends with. You'll be able to share ideas, experiences in life, ask questions as well, and it's very beneficial. Twice a week, imagine 2 hours a week, 4 hours a week, you'll be in the company of teachers and other students as well. Very beneficial for Iman boosters as well. Okay, anyway, right, let's go to how much time do you have to put in. A lot of people ask this question, how much time do you have to put in outside of class? So 4 hours a week you have to attend if you want to benefit. Besides that, I would say possibly 2 to 4 hours minimum you should put in after class, so outside of class. Okay, the other is homeworks. So homeworks are very important. Sarf, you'll be getting homeworks which will be basically memorization. So you'll have to memorize what we call the gardans. You'll have to memorize the conjugations of verbs. And if you're not used to memorization, don't worry. The teacher will give you tips of how to memorize, how to go over. You try your best as well. And the other is the Quranic Arabic, where there's not much memorization, but there is a lot of exercises that you'll have to do. So learning words, being able to apply the lesson that you studied in class, into the homework. That's something which is very important if you want to benefit from the course. And that's basically it. So that's what you're aiming at, inshallah. If you're interested, register online at the As-suffa Institute. And what I would say is, this is something which you would have to commit to. If you really want to do it, you would have to commit to it. It's not like a talk or a bayan where you attend and you get an iman boost and that's it, you go home and you don't have to do anything. No, you will have to commit. And this is our religion, this is the Quran, this is the hadith, this is our tradition as well. So if you're serious about it, then inshallah make dua and go for it. Hope that helps. Jazakumullah khair. If you have any questions, any queries, suggestions, anything, please leave them in the comments. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.